Capricorn, it's Ray. Welcome back to my channel. Yo, I was about to say I cannot find my phone, but it was blended in. Something that you're looking for could be right in front of you. It's just blended in to the colors, the atmosphere. I don't know. Okay. I don't know why my fingertip keeps itching. Okay. Let me let my hair down, let your hair down. But happy Sunday. Today is Sunday, September 28th, 2025. I'm here with your October 2025 monthly reading. Without further ado, let's get started, shall we? Hold on. I need to see something. 1 second. Capricorn, Aquarius, Pisces, Aries, Taurus, Gemini, Cancer. Oh! Some of you could be learning more about astrology in October, studying the human design chart. In October, I'm getting more so learning more about yourself. Hold on. That's my protection spray, but I'm looking for something. Hold on. Okay, very interesting. Hold on. Hi. All right. Let's burn this. Let's get started. Let's get started. The birds keep fighting. And you know, a part of the reason why it takes me so long is because, like, when I schedule these lives, is because I do spend time between each live ensuring that, you know, the old bird food is taken away and new food is put down, because I do feel like sometimes they be fighting over food, which I don't understand why there's more than enough, or like someone would try to take one of the, like if the bird is eating from a specific pile, another one would get in the way and they'll start fighting because of that. But they have my entire balcony and they're still fighting, and I don't understand. There's food everywhere. So I don't know the problem. And that could be a thing. Someone, you could not understand what the problem is in regards to something in October. Okay. Capricorn. God, I'm trying to pray respectfully. Thank you. God, Divine Source, Holy Spirit, thank you for assisting me in guiding Capricorn placements on their October 2025 monthly reading. Thank you for allowing me to be a clear guide, clear channel, clear vessel as I speak to them on what to expect as the month unfolds. God, please bless each and every heart and soul that taps into this energy with me whenever they are guided to do so. Allow us all to be divinely guided and divinely led. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. Thank you for divine insight. Thank you for divine foresight. Gratitude, Ashe. Okay, so something came to me that I never heard before. And it's very interesting because I am noticing that as I am reading the signs for October, the energy of David keeps coming up. David from the Bible, right? And I was getting the wrath of David. I've never heard of that before, and that's what I looked up on my phone. And there is such a thing, okay? So, hi Alice. Thank you. How do you say your name? Okay, so the wrath of David can refer to, it says fictional, but who knows truly, right? But the wrath of David can refer to a fictional post-apocalyptic novel by Sean Paul Thomas, or a biblical, or hold on, what can refer to a fictional post-apocalyptic novel by Sean Paul Thomas, or to biblical accounts of the King David's anger. That's what it is. The biblical accounts of King David's anger, such as when he was furious with the foolish Nabal and intended to carry out a massacre. Damn. Or when he felt anger and fear towards God after Uzzah's death. In the biblical event involving Nabal, David's anger was diffused by Nabal's wife, Abigail, who cleverly intervened to prevent bloodshed. I hear that's significant. The story it's 1 Samuel chapter 25. So let's read it real quick. The sirens, that's interesting. After a wealthy but foolish man named Nabal refused to provide for David and his men, David became furious and swore to kill every male in Nabal's household. Damn. David's anger was so intense. Moving on. Sorry, I was looking at my face. David's anger was so intense that he prepared his men for war against Nabal. However, Nabal's wise wife, Abigail, intercepted David with gifts and a clever plea. It's giving plea deal, ultimately preventing a massacre and saving many lives. Now God's anger. Damn, that's not what I meant to say. It says David's anger at God. We're going to touch on that, which is the Uzzah's death. So in another instance, my nose is itching, so God's anger. After David tried to move to the Ark of God, After David tried to move the Ark of God to Jerusalem, his friend Uzzah died when he touched the Ark to prevent it from falling. David became fearful and angry with God, stopping the attempt to move the Ark and eventually leaving it at someone else's home. I hear Boosie, too much for one nigga to deal with, okay? Interesting. That's a heavy start, okay? Truly a heavy start. Hi, y'all. All right. Let's address God's anger first. I don't know. Let me just flow and not question it. This could be connected to family, because I'm thinking about 1 Samuel. I'm like, how do I know the name Samuel? But it's my great-great-grandfather's name. That's how I know it. Okay, moving on. I never met him, but moving on. God's anger. Ooh. Woo. Okay. You know how we grew up on this saying that when it rains, that's a reflection of God's tears? That's what this is giving. Who is this? Capricorn? Anything else? Okay. You have success on the bottom. So the anger is not towards like Capricorn specifically. I don't know why this message is coming up in your sign. I mean, you are known as the father of the zodiac, whether feminine or masculine. That is your archetype. Your opposite is the mother. You're the father. Um, that 10th house energy is coming through too. Why are they so loud up there? God damn. Anywho. So again, like I said, it's not directed towards you specifically. Like, it's more so God is displeased with the world. God is displeased with this earth, like currently. Now, because I know we're discussing October, but I more so feel intuitively this will be shown in Capricorn season. Because, you know, the ark of God, what was the ark of God? Because the only ark I know is Noah's Ark. Hold on. The ark, oh, the Ark of the Covenant. That's what holds the 10 Commandments. All right, the tablets for some. Hold on. Yeah, it holds the 10 Commandments. So the laws. And you know, if you know about the 42 laws or not, the 10 Commandments are derived from the 42 laws, which is a representation of Libra season that we're currently in. But it's given justice. So if you think about the story, in the process of King David's journey of transporting the laws, someone that he loved was hurt, sacrificed, depending on how you want to view it in the process, right? It's giving me someone that struggles with death, just to say it directly, okay? If it's not that specifically, or just, you know, not understanding, you know, why it's given, you know, if you make it to C25, nigga, you a OG. But like, why the young die so young, you know? Or, you know, it's like weighing the dark and the light of the earth, and being so, it feels like indulged in that energy and being so judgmental in that as well, when it's like, do you really think that God is pleased at the same time, you know? And there is, I hear, just a reckoning coming and a statement to be made. But at the same time, because this message is coming up in your energy, I do feel like you have a part to play somehow, some way. Now let's get into these cards. So the first card you have is Daughter of Earth in reverse. Then followed by that, you have Swiftness in reverse, which would be like the Eight of Wands in reverse. And then you have Oppression here, upright. So Swiftness in reverse is giving things are coming to a halt, or it's also giving, you know, things are about to take a major shift in the world. I also hear 2020 part 2. God bless. I'm just speaking the message, okay? But, you know, with the Daughter of Earth being in reverse, is giving the representation of nurturing the earth, taking care of the earth, you know, not littering, not polluting, like doing what you can. You don't have control over what other people do, but you have control over how you move. Simple tasks like not littering. Like if you litter, just personally, I can't fuck with you, because why would you disrespect the earth like that? Like, that's why we have trash cans. And I know, you know, they put the trash and the dumps in the earth. We're not going to get that technical, but the least you could do is, you know, keep it pretty, okay? Or if you have an animal, okay, if you dog walk, baby, pick up your dog shit, okay? If you don't want to pick up the dog shit, don't have a dog. That's just, it's just like, you know, it's little it's little things that you may think it's like an inconvenience or it's minor, but it really, it's connected to how you treat the earth, how you treat Mother Earth, okay? Where truly there's an herb for everything that needs to be healed from the earth. So to disrespect an energy that has the power to uplift and transcend and all of that good energy, it's not right. It's not right. It's giving, oh, my nose is itching. Whitney, yes, it's just Whitney. It's not right, but it's okay. I'm going to make it anyway. So that's just basically, you know, the earth is going to thrive anyway, whether you choose to do your part in ensuring so or not. However, there is, you do have a part to play, as I mentioned. Now over here, You have victory, which is a 6 of Wands upright. Fuck, my nose is itching. You have the Daughter of Air in reverse. So you're gonna be I hear made privy to what you need to do. You have a did you see that? Okay, abundance. It was on the table in reverse, but it wants to be upright. So there's something within you that needs to be poured out back into the earth, okay? And then with exploration, feels like you need to backtrack, and then I hear back gate. Back gate is, I know what it is, but... So going back to the story of him abandoning the ark versus going back and finishing the task, completing it. I don't know. But instead of moving forward, it's like choosing to... I don't know, is your anger getting the best of you? Okay, so what what do you want me to tell Capricorn in regards to this so we can move on? I have 10-10, oppression and repletion. Goodness. The world meets exploration. I feel like you're being called to revitalize something, honestly, Capricorn. I'm getting the Lazarus effect. Yeah. I just hear a boom shakalaka, boom, boom. I don't know. And then you have the Hanged Man on success. It's definitely giving whatever this is out of the ordinary. You know, God, just as an energy, is out of the ordinary, right? I don't know if you're being called to like do community service. I don't know what this is. I'm about to turn on the heat, but I don't know what this is. But it feels like community service. But not like, you know, you have a judgment call to do so, like from the courts. Like, you're an earth energy, so it's like truly, as an earth sign, how are you earthing out here? But your earthing is connected to Lazarus energy, as well as, you know, I'm also getting this energy of doing the right thing even when you're angry, or knowing when to wave the flag, which in order to do that does require a certain level of emotional maturity. Can you clarify oppression for me for this energy for Capricorn? Bravery. Father-son energy. Yeah, and I mentioned my grandfather. I feel like you've been asked, abundance is giving your help, like you being asked to help someone. Whoever, I don't, honestly, this oppression, repletion, I don't feel like it's you. It's more so like, you know, being the light, being the guide for someone that is truly fucked up out here right now, right? But you're not doing it. You know, it's kind of like, you know, when it comes to services. Now, baby, this is this conversation is a struggle because, you know, when it comes to spiritual services, I feel like that's my, I struggle when it comes to payment. I really, really do. Okay. There is something about monetary value and providing things that, you know, your calling, it disrupts my spirit. It really does. And as a business owner, I have truly struggled with that. Like, that's one of my biggest shadows. Like, it really is, because it's like, if this is what I'm meant to do, like, I will be taken care of. But at the same time, you know, we have to be able to adapt to the environment that we're in too. Like, I'm aware, but I struggle with that, right? The ducks. But I do feel like you're being asked to it's more so given like good Samaritan to someone. I hear let it go. But there's something, it's like something that you have would be a better use to someone else, but you refuse to like give it up, let it go. I don't know. Now, whoever this is though, peep this, right? Whoever this is, I do feel like you are angry. Damn. You are angry with them. And you're being asked to help them. It's not something you want to hear. Not at all. You should. All I'll say is it would be wise of you to do so. Something is above you, which is why we started this conversation with God is angry, okay? This is way above you, but you're being asked to, it's giving like swallow your pride. I hear dispel the ego just for a moment. It's like God is wanting to use you to change someone else's life, but you don't, you just, no. It's like you would rather have them suffer. Do what you will. Moving on. You have a choice to make. I'm going to leave that alone. Whew. All right, Capricorn. What is going on in October? Ooh, disappointment. What is happening? Are you angry with God? I don't know. Stability. Are you struggling? Some of you could be struggling with stability. What else? Disappointment, the mother of earth. Shit. Love. Capricorn. Something's not changing. There's a cycle on repeat. Either when it comes to your emotional connections and or your financial connections or cycles. I don't know, however you want to apply it. Something's on repeat. Multiple things seem to be on repeat, which is why this energy is starting a disappointment. Some of you feel like, especially if your children are grown and shit, you feel like your children are disappointed in you. Whew, this is some deep shit, baby. All right, Gemini. Who? Damn, Gemini? Why did I say Gemini? Capricorn? The devil? Capricorn? That's you. Cruelty? Fuck. Are y'all okay? What is happening? Do you feel like you've taken a loss? Feels like a major one. I don't know what's happening between the fathers. I don't know. What is that? Lovers, baby, you got lovers and destruction. Hold on, dear Heavenly Father, we are gathered here today. What is that? Is that from something? It's the opening line to Prince's 1984 hit, Let's Go Crazy. What the hell? Oh, it's a priest's wedding speech. Are y'all getting divorced or something? What is this? I don't know, but lovers and destruction is like damn. Um, and this spread supports that energy. Someone got, okay, let me just, whether this is an actual marriage or not, okay, or I don't know, shit you thought it was going to be, however, okay, or someone that you've been dealing with for a very long time, I don't know, okay, shit, it could be a friend, okay, like your best friend, okay, y'all been friends for years, I don't know what it is, okay, but someone was in something for money and someone was in something for love. Two people were not, the foundation was not solid. It feels like I hear status and fame versus emotional fulfillment. Recognition and fame. I don't know, but there's something about public acknowledgement. It's also giving someone didn't take heed to a warning as well. Now, this could also be just as a sign. I'm going to just read it in every form that I see. Because people are experiencing different things. This is also like, you know, really feeling like, you know, being in like a certain career. And then really feeling like, you know, this is your heart's desires and investing so much and realizing like it's not. But being like so invested with this Mother of Earth upright, like it's like forcing yourself to love something or someone. There's a lot of force and not flow in a sense. But it's, I don't know. Some of you could wear, your ancestors' ashes on your neck, like as a necklace. That's just a side note. But someone's definitely focused on the worst outcome. I don't know what timeline I'm reading. I don't know if I'm reading past, present, or future. But I don't feel like the timeline matters. Something is righteous and something is unrighteous. But it feels like the energy of like something being, I don't, it's giving, I'm hearing blown out of proportion, but it feels, something feels disrespectful in a sense. It's not clear in the cards, but something is not what it seems. There's just this lot of hidden energy. And I don't know if it's because we about to move into Scorpio season or what, but All right, let me just read this from beginning to end so we can move on. So your first card is disappointment. Disappointment is actually Scorpio energy. But there's 1, 2, 3. Yeah, it's a representation of the 5 of Cups, so it's 5 fish, right? But it's giving like drought energy, like dehydration, because the fish are on land, right? And they thrive in water. So if they're outside of water for a period of time, it could not be a good look, right? But someone is very focused on how the perception of what things look like on the outside, you know? It's kind of like, you know, those people that just seem, I'm seeing like couples specifically that seem so fucking happy on social media, and they're just fucking miserable, okay? But the people would never know, you know? I don't know why I'm saying non-released footage. Moving on. So, but also, you know, with disappointment next to Mother of Earth, you could just be disappointed of where you are financially, right? And you could feel like because of where you are financially, it feels like this message specifically that I'm about to say is connected to masculine energy. But it's like, you know, you may feel like you have to hold yourself back from emotional connections until you get somewhere. It's like living your life based on societal standards versus the heart's desires, right? And then it's like, you know, not every woman is out here with all of these goddamn rules and regulations, okay? It's just, there's still some simple women out here, right? And it's like, you know, if you have a vision and the effort is being put in actively and you got something to show for whatever the fuck, it's, I don't know, it's like someone is willing, right? However, someone feels inadequate. It feels like an energy of inadequacy financially and or emotionally, right? Now with death in reverse, it feels like being resistant to being resistant to stepping into change. And with the Father of Water, the Father of Cups, there's so much emotional fulfillment waiting for you. But then the Father of Water is looking, let me show you. The Father of Water is looking at the Daughter of Water in reverse, and then interference fell in my lap. So I feel like that's aligned with that energy. This side note, this would be for like one person. Specifically, my condolences if a masculine energy has transitioned, they need help. Like they're stuck. Because the interference is looking at him. That's just a side note. Moving on. But whoever this, again, back to what I stated, whoever you're being asked to help, whether this is someone that is transitioned, whether this is someone on earth, you got a problem with them, okay? And you would rather I just hear not involved at all when you're the only person that can help. Like you were chosen for this mission. And you like, fuck the mission, abort. And it's like, no. That's not the contract that you agreed to. Moving on. So you have cruelty in reverse, which would be basically like the 9 of Swords, followed by the Devil, and gain in reverse. You feel like there's no return on your investments. I don't know what the investments are specifically, but there's discouragement here. And then over here to the bottom, to the right, you have change in reverse with the Father of Fire. Now, we already got some interference with the Father of Water. I don't know what this, there is something, because this energy came up in Gemini, and I did accidentally mention Gemini, but it was this fire versus water, masculine energy, and it's coming up in yours too. I don't know what this is. So I know the president is a Gemini, right? I'm gonna leave that alone. I'm gonna leave it alone. Moving on. But yeah, the change in reverse with the Father of Fire. Damn, I don't want to say this. I've said it before, but the last time I had to say it, I was the way I'm uncomfortable right now then is how I am now. So basically, the energy that I'm describing, what did I say? Inscribing? But the energy that hold on. To write or carve words on something, especially as a formal or permanent record. I just feel like a statement is about to be made. And it's like, you know, if you fuck with something or someone for so long, like it's just a matter of time before I can just hear the bite back. I don't know. I don't know. Just here worldwide. I don't know, but I hear it as a shake. Let's move on. Jesus Christ. But it's also giving like a lot of conflict coming between a partnership due to political beliefs as well. I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, truce. So going back, truce, power, love. So yeah, there is a need to do something out of love. And that's just it. Yeah. And also because it's the right thing to do. Because if the tables were turned, you would want the same done for you. And I also hear don't have it so them tables have to turn for you to see what's being said. Let's move on. Hi. Thank you, Peaceful. Hi, Winnie. All right. Who is this? Why I keep forgetting who I'm doing? Capricorn. Alchemy choices. You got a choice to make. You have, yes, literally. Universal one is transcend. Just this now, what I'm about to say, it's not for all of you, but it's for who it's for. So going back to that, you need to help some, like there is someone stuck in this realm that needs assistance transitioning. That like this could be your calling to free people. I feel like that's called something, but I don't know the damn name. All right, so you have alchemy choices, universal oneness, transcend. You have initiation, and then you have, no, kids should be listening to me. Creation partner, sex magic, and reverse. Why is it in reverse? Yeah, two people are definitely on two different pages. But I hear that song by Bobby, is it Bobby Valentino? You don't have to turn the page, the story will change. Very, very, very interesting. So going back to the last spread, the Mother of Earth is giving Homeboy's wife. Hold on. Was it David's wife that we said? No, it was Nabal's wife. Abigail. You know what this is giving me? It's giving me the Good Witch, okay? Because Abigail was on the Good Witch, right? Now, Abigail was very mischievous. She was the mischievous cousin, right? And every time Abigail came around, trouble was stirred, right? Now, you had, yeah, you had Cassie, which Cassie was she was the intuitive, the healer, the herbalist and things. And then you had First Samuel. You had Sam, he was the surgeon, he was the doctor, okay? You got spiritual versus practical. And when they met each other, okay, baby, the belief systems was not meshing. However, you know, Cassie was unique because Cassie was tapped in on the herbalism side, but yes, she read medical journals and things, so she was also tapped into his field as well. So when he would try to use his field to negate Cassie's light and belief system per se, it was like, well, you know, you can try to negate it, but I can relate it to what you got going on too. And it was interesting because at the beginning, like, baby, Cassie wasn't thinking about him and Sam was not thinking about Cassie, but Abigail's purpose was to bring Cassie and Sam together. Like, she knew that they were meant to be partnered, okay, together. The Lover's card, that Gemini energy. And it's kind of like that. It is the energy of opposites attract, but you know, both, well, not really both. Sam specifically had to experience an ego death in order to really see the joy and light that was bestowed upon him, type of energy. Like, that's given that. But yeah, the same applies to you. Now, it doesn't have to be literal to you know, that, but it's very, very similar. It could be political beliefs, spiritual beliefs, I don't know. But it's like neither party is necessarily wrong either at the same time. But then again, the difference, you know, the major difference between, to me, Eastern medicine versus Western medicine is, Eastern medicine focuses on the body, and Western medicine focuses on medicine, okay? Okay. Yeah. But it's definitely giving, put your pride to the side. And whatever you are resisting, like once you actually like get out of your own way and say yes, it just feels like just this breath of fresh air, like a relief. Like, I don't know. It's a weight lifted. And then it's like, you know, I see you like 5-10 years from now reflecting back and just truly being proud of yourself, but having that story to share for others to inspire them too. Yeah, let's clean this up. Spirit says act. But it's also giving the book of Acts in the Bible. What is the book of Acts about? Lord, it's been so biblical in this reading. Acts of the Apostles. Okay. Look what this says. Hold on. This right here, it says Acts, works of the Spirit changing the world. Baby, you got a part to play, okay? Okay. Hold on. Okay, so the book of Acts tells the story of the birth and early growth of the Christian church after Yeshua's, or Jesus's, ascension into heaven, focusing on the work of the Holy Spirit and empowering the empowering the apostles to spread the gospel from Jerusalem to the entire Roman world. Interesting. Transforming lives. Spreading. Okay, we said that already. Overcoming barriers of ethnicity, culture, and opposition through divine power. Period. Okay. So you have some great acts to accomplish. That's going to be your title. Maybe I should write that down because I'm going to forget. 45 on the timer. You have some great acts to accomplish starting in this 9th year. Okay. Okay. All right. Anything else? Back to alchemy and choices, and then you have Oshun justice. You will be proud. You have accountability here. So maybe this act, I hear act of kindness, helps clear some karmic debt for you too. I don't know, but you won't know either until you see what's up, you know? Moving on. Do you keep forgetting who you are? Because I keep forgetting the damn sign. Yeah, enlightenment's in reverse. Looks like there's this energy of like a great cleansing as well. Like, what's that, what's it called? Is it Princess Diaries? When she was not, she wasn't privy to the world that she was meant to be a part of, you know? And why do I keep saying the word privy as well? Anywho, moving on, Capricorn. October 2025, please. This deck does not want to be used. That's interesting. Capricorn. Everybody is getting forgiveness. Opportunity, it was in reverse. Teachability in reverse. Movement toward adventure upright. Capricorn, you look, 45, okay? Forgiveness. You got, what did I say? You have some great acts to accomplish, okay? You're a part of repairing the veil. You're a part of forgiveness, the act of forgiveness. Interesting. You have ego sublimination. Honey, the ego keeps showing itself. You're definitely going through an ego death. But I hear it needs to happen. You have balancing acts in reverse as well. Today's the 28th, but your 28 is in reverse. Oh, shit, you have 45. It was on the timer, and it came out in the cards. So the first 45 is repairing the veil, forgiveness. And then this is 45 as well. Caterpillar opportunities. Movement toward adventure. 45. It's not about you teaching anyone a lesson, though. That you need to be clear on. And if you are going to initiate, if you've already agreed to something, it's like you had to be dragged to say yes. Like, if I feel like if you've already agreed, you've been dragged to say yes, right? Pressure to say yes. But it's like, you know, agreeing, like finally agreeing and then initiating, and moving with the intent of teaching a lesson, that is not your duty. With teachability being in reverse. And if you tend to make that your duty, ego, death, okay? And things will become out of balance for you. I hear money bag, yo, you be doing too much. But there's no need to do too much. There's a need to just be a light in the midst of darkness. But there's also this message of you need to be very clear on, I don't know, this is a reflection of character, I would say, but I hear do not mock them. Whatever you become aware of, do not mock them. If you mock them, you will be mocked by God. Damn, that's deep. Sheesh. Why do I have to be this messenger? It's kind of, it feels like the intensity feels like this is life or death for someone. Like, but you would never know, and it's not meant for you to know, you know? I don't know, but it just feels very serious at the same time. And then, like, let's just say, like, you know, it could be a situation where you don't need to acknowledge yourself. Like, if you decide to provide help and you can do it anonymously, like, do that shit. Like, there's not the need to teach, to make a statement, to be acknowledged. Like, it's not about that at all. It's kind of like, what do you do when no one's looking? How do you move when no one is looking? But whoever's on the receiving end, like, I can feel their energy. I just want to weep, okay? But I don't know. Yeah, Revelation. Book of Revelation, chapter 7. Hold on. Let's read that. Verses 16 and 17. Yes, sir, they shall hunger no more, neither shall they thirst anymore. For God to love. Hold on. But maybe you need to listen to Revolution by Kirk Franklin, or that's the vibes, baby, okay? But hold on. What do you say? Revelation chapter 7. Hold on. Revelation 7. Let me just bring up the chapter. Revelation chapter 7, the 144,000 sealed. Okay, hold on. Yes, but this chapter covers the 144,000 that are sealed. What did I say? Verse 16 and 17. Hold on. Okay. Yeah. So verse 16, never again will they hunger, never again will they thirst. The sun will not beat down on them, nor any scorching heat. Verse 17, for the Lamb for the Lamb at the center of the throne will be their shepherd. He will lead them to the springs of living water, and God will wipe away every tear from their eyes. Period. Okay. Hold on. I saw, it says the footnote, Isaiah 49:10. Hold on. No, I think I have Isaiah 41:10. Hold on. Let's go to Isaiah 49:10. Isaiah 41:10 is somebody's reading, but hold on. Isaiah. So, my nose is itching. I'm reading the New International Version, by the way. Oh, the same thing. It literally says the same thing. They will neither hunger nor thirst, nor will the desert heat or the sun beat them down. He who has compassion, baby, it doesn't say the same thing. He who has compassion, Capricorn, on them will guide them and lead them beside the springs of water. Okay, so God is just saying, take them to the fucking water, okay? But do not fucking take their neck and put it down in the water and force them to drink it because you had to come out of your zone to take them to the water. Like, it's not that type of game. It's not that type of party, okay? Move with the spirit. Anything else? All right. 55. Capricorn. I'm remembering who I'm doing now. So yeah, there's a shift. Oh yes, because I hear shit, I don't know if it was for me or for you, but I just hear I'm so proud of you. And then I look down and I see the sun. The sun and its light energy. Sorry, this baby is naked. But yeah. So interesting. You have the star and her opposing energy. Yeah, you're not wanting to, but there's, the sun and the sun and the star, Leo, Aquarius, sister signs, opposite energy. But Two of Swords, you could be very concerned on, I just hear why you're chosen. That enlightenment comes, I hear, later on in life specifically. So I hear, don't hold your breath to receive it anytime soon, because you have a lot of acts to accomplish before then. I don't know. Capricorn. Let me ease your mind. Let you with my world. Okay. Whoever this feminine energy, though, that is interjecting, baby, she's powerful. You have the Five of Swords and the Four of Swords. Okay, I like that. So, okay, you have the Knight of Swords and her light energy. This would be the opposing energy. You see the energetic difference? Okay. And then you have the Four of Swords. Okay, resting in peace. I hear peace and salvation. What the hell? And then you have the Five of Swords, right? But this Five of Swords is in her light energy too, So it's like, I hear few are, what is it? Many are called, but few are chosen. Or it's like many are called, but few answer the call. It's like that type of energy. Now with this Five of Swords, as you see in the opposing energy, she just sitting in the rain. Okay, when she can get up and, baby, this too shall pass, right? But there is a need to, there's something about like you battling with hella like internal conflict. Like it's giving me the inner, when I was at Starbucks this rising, this lady came with her 2 dogs, right? And baby, the dogs was thirsty as hell. It was obvious. The sun was starting to come out. Shit, I was thirsty. All right. And it just looked like the dogs had been just walking for a minute. And Starbucks got the pup cup. And I just kept saying, like, I want to buy them a pup cup. I want to buy them a pup cup. I don't know this lady. I don't know them damn dogs. But I just wanted to buy them a pup cup. But I didn't invade. Cause she just, I don't know. She just, I don't know. Shit, her ass looked thirsty too. But honestly, I was more, that doesn't sound fucked up. I was more concerned about the dogs. I really was. Or just some water. Then I was thinking like, when was the last time they had some water? But it's just, I don't know. It's just, I just hear little moments like when the heart speaks, let it flow. I could have went and just grabbed her some water and some pup cups. But then if she would have just threw that damn pup cup away, I would have been mad as fuck. So I don't know. But wherever you are called to pour in, don't trap yourself or fight against that, Just, it's like, pay it forward and don't look back. That's what it's giving. Pay it forward. See, she's looking back. Don't look back, okay? Pay it forward and rest, okay? Just rest easy. Capricorn. I hope I can fit all of that in your title. Or do I just need to make it Revelations chapter 7, verses 16 and 17. But look, no. Interesting. My eyes looked down before I kept shuffling. So you see this Four of Wands. This is like that breakup energy, shit falling apart. You invested so much, built so much. Okay, I hear yada, yada, yada. Damn. But then you have this Nine of Pentacles. Okay, now usually the Nine of Pentacles, It's like solo dolo energy, okay? But in this deck, the Tarot of Oppositions, she's on some other shit, okay? Not on the same page, but it's like that energy of coming together happily, you know. She got her own, he got her own, or however your dynamic goes, okay? Yeah. And then you have death underneath, a positive change towards, you know, sunrise energy. But it's, this message is, it's feel, I feel like I'm repeating the same thing. So the loudest thing for you, maybe this is supposed to initiate in October, because you have the Ten of Swords here. Or, and you also have the Nine of Pentacles. So it could be starting now. I don't know how it applies or the timeline. But it feels like whatever your vision is, whatever is, you know, consistent on your vision board, or your wants, your desires, you know, what you speak of what you want to do and accomplish when you're just talking to your people, the success of that, damn, this feels like an ultimatum, depends on the great acts of kindness that you accomplish. Because it's giving like each one teach one. You know, people are so focused on healing the world when really, baby, one person at a time, one day at a time, it creates a domino effect, one person at a time, you know. But who's gonna start it? Calling on my steppers to the front. Get ready for the show. That's what it's giving. I'm always number one when we, never mind, leave it alone. Period. The Magician calling on my steppers. God is calling all the steppers to the front, okay? Get ready for the show. A show is coming. It's like the divine is just watching people. It's just taking, like, literally taking notes. And it's just giving boom shakalaka, okay? The Magician, again, we're bringing this to a close. So let me bring the Magician out since you ended. So you are working, well, working with you is Archangel Raziel. You could be seeing 111. Look at this, Capricorn. You are ready. But you are ready. It's given ready by Trouble. Rest in peace, Trouble. Trouble was an Atlanta rapper, I think. But anywho, you are ready. You have the resources or the ability to manifest them. Life is magical. It's like your angel wings are growing in a sense. But really the growth of the wings depends on you. It's like in in the show Lucifer, and if you haven't watched it, it's not negative, okay? It really isn't. You'll learn a lot from watching that. But, you know, it's like Lucifer, he kept cutting his wings off and they just kept fucking growing back. But when he was ashamed of them, you know, instead of them growing of light, they grew of dark, you know? We're gonna, okay, I feel the need to read this one to you, and then I'm gonna pull the final card. But you have the Queen of Water, Queen of Cups, tender-hearted, empathetic, patient, and loving. And again, one day, one person at a time with this Magician. I felt the need to go back to that real quick. But it says, relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition. Care for yourself and others. It's given, Aaliyah, I care for you. All right, close us out for Capricorn for October. Thank you. Strength. But no, that's beautiful. You have 111. But in this deck, strength is number 11. So you have, there's something about the IELs at the end of the name, because the Magician, you have Raziel. That's how you spell it. Okay, and then in strength, you have Ariel. Okay, so the IEL on the end. But strength says, great inner strength, release harsh judgments, as I've been saying for the last hour, forgiveness and compassion. As of this moment, this is the shortest reading of October, but it's 7:07. Are we good? Oh, hold on. We're not good. Yeah, metamorphosis. All right, so beautiful. You have mirror reflection. You're a reflection of me. But no, that's God saying you're a reflection of me. Divine guidance. That is God saying you're a reflection of me. And then today is the 28th. So you had 11 strength. 22 was metamorphosis. And then you have 33 with divine guidance. So you have mastered every step you need to master to initiate this new journey. And then today is the 28th. Crown personal power. For a lot of you, this starts right now. Yeah, medical staff healing. So whether you think, I don't know how you define yourself, but this is how you're about to be defined. This is 13 Scorpio energy. So again, the timing is different. For some, it's now. I hear for some, it's starting in Virgo season. For some, it's starting in Libra season. For the rest, it's starting in Scorpio season. There's 3 different waves of this. Yeah. Are we good? Not relationships and healing. Reconciliation could be a theme. I don't know about that though. But it feels like reconciliation more so in connection to forgiveness. Just being able to have like that peaceful closure conversation, you know? Okay, are we good now? I feel like I'm rushing out of this. It's not my intent to. You could be doing that. Just slow down. Yeah, split the deck to healing again. Are we good? What am I missing? You have another one. So 1111, wish fulfillment. Hold on. What is this? Okay, now we're done. Sorry, Capricorn. All right. So you have 11, and 11/12. I know this is October, but November 11th and November 12th. So you have heavy archangels though. The Ace of Air, the Ace of Swords came out. Brilliant new ideas and inspiration. Brilliant new ideas and inspirations, plural. Seeing the truth of a situation, a challenging beginning, which we've discussed this entire time. And then you have Awakening, Archangel Gabriel, the IELs. And here's the Bible. That's the book for me. I learned that in children's church, okay? But look at things from a different perspective. A temporary standstill. It's important to be yourself. Good news about financial matters, wanting to do something more challenging, a new area of study. You know, you don't have to, let's touch on that. You don't have to change who you are to be who you're called to be. Because again, you feel like you're not ready. It's like, you know, no, you're not in the gym every fucking day, but you're active, you know, the body gets its workout, but not in a traditional way, you know, but it's like not acknowledging that. And it's like, no, I have to do this before I do this. I don't, that shit is an illusion. Okay. And for a lot of you, you could think that you lack compassion, you lack empathy, you lack forgiveness. That's really, truly just your shadow speaking. And it's like the heart is speaking its own language, and the mind is speaking its own language. And the most important language right now is the heart. Seriously. Which is why we have the Queen of Water out here, okay? Relationships develop to a new level. Trust your intuition, care for yourself and others. But you are surrounded by an army of angels. I said army and angels, so I don't know what y'all got going on, but you're good, okay? But again, there's some, it's the book of Acts for you. So that lets me know if you do believe in the 144,000 archetype. A lot of you are tapped into that. Obviously, I mean, it came out. Okay, Revelation chapter 7. All right, I'm done for real. I love y'all. We are finishing. It's 7. Oh, it's 7:12 now. 7:11. 7 twice. I don't know what the fuck that song means. I still to this day don't know what the fuck Beyonce was talking about in 7:11. 7. I don't know. And then when I watched the video, God bless. But and that could be you. You have no idea what the fuck I'm talking about right now, who I'm talking about, but you'll see. Okay. Who's next? Where's my list? Making a list, checking it twice. Gonna find out who's naughty or nice. That's a Capricorn reading. Naughty or nice that I did like 2 years ago. Hold on. Aquarius is next. So we did Taurus, Gemini, Capricorn, Aquarius. I didn't even know they had the order like that. But Aquarius is next. Cancer is going to get done in the rising, okay? But yeah, Aquarius, we're finishing tonight with Aquarius. See you in a second. I didn't know you're still on the live. I was on my other channel. It's cool. I don't need an explanation. Hi, Realize Reality. Hi, Miss Royalty. Okay, love y'all. Bye. I'll see y'all in less than a week because we got to do the elements for the new moon. That's next Monday. Okay, bye.